There, man. I'm there. I'm back. You know, like I'm slightly working.
Oh, that's what
They do.
No, you
Oh.
saw me just. Yo,
What was it saying there? What was it saying out there?
I was live, bare eating food from under the table still.
Is it? He's eating it. Yeah, I see what he's going to, but it doesn't look as wet as it usually looks.
Why it used
I
to
see
look
bare
wet,
prawns. I saw fish. Do you know what it is? I worked out what it is. It's a stewy type of food. I'm not sure about, but the prawns and the fish man can work with.
Yeah.
Well, I like the suit though. The suit looked nice though.
What's the problem?
The suit.
The blue one.
No, I was saying that suit that he had made look nice, but I'm saying that the food. What I realized about the food, yeah, is anything stewy, I'm not on. Do you get what I'm saying? But the prawns and the fish, I can work with. But anything that looks too wet, nah, I don't know. That's where my problem lies.
The prawns in Nigeria are so big, yeah. They look like lobsters.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, yeah, I could work with that.
They look like lobsters.
Definitely bring down a prawn. So what you out there doing? I see you at a war show.
I was out in Nigeria doing I was a judge of a film, one of the on the jury for a film festival. So basically what happens is like a film festival is called the African International Film Festival, or AFRIF, and what happens is they get like 4,000 submissions over the period of once they open, and then they whittle that down to, I don't know, a few hundred submissions.
Hold on. 4,000 films.
Yeah.
Mad.
And by the time people like me get involved, it's the quarterfinals. And then at the quarterfinal stage, what happens is they then pick a jury. So like they had a woman from Amazon Studios, and they had a lady from Morocco who owns her own studio called Oasis Studios in Morocco, called Khadija. And Amazon Studios lady is called Dio, and she basically buys content for Amazon in Africa, for Africa, like for the Africa territory. And she, so we watch 19 films, some before, some during. Like it's all like, obviously they had them showing in the cinemas, but it's all online. We had access to the online stuff as well. We were judging for the feature films, and so we decided who won the best film, best director, best actor, best this, best everything. And then there was a short film section, and then there was the documentary section as well.
So in these films, yeah, some of these films, them Nollywood films where the special effects are mad.
Nah, Nollywood's moved on, you know. I think for me, the main thing about these Nollywood films now is that some of the storytelling is a bit clunky.
Clunky in what set? What do you mean?
I don't want to be overly critical, but it's like, it just needs, I think they just need to, some of the stories, they just need to spend a little bit more time on developing the narratives.
Question, yeah. If you never came over to sunny old England,
I wouldn't be an actor, I don't think.
You don't think you wouldn't?
Maybe I'll do something. The thing is, sometimes people say stuff like that, yeah. If I didn't go to St. Charles, I might not even be an actor. Like my college in West London.
So it's more the college,
not even that. I liked acting. I was an actor from a young. What you have to realize, yeah, you see, like back in the day, yeah, and I'll talk about this sometimes in interviews and stuff, but I don't think I've spoken about it on Cut the Chat. Back in the day, yeah, how many actors did you really know of or have access to?
Yeah, for real, none.
Bro, do you know, like, the first actor I ever saw? Remember, like, in EastEnders, yeah, Patrick Truman had two sons.
Oh, yeah.
One of them was a doctor that had bald head.
Yeah.
That was the first person, yeah, on TV that I ever saw in my life, in real life.
You know the funny thing about my
man? Is it?
He was on the news the other day. Is he a politician or something now?
I don't know.
Bro, he was just randomly on the news talking about, I think something to do with remembrance or something like that. But
okay, Remembrance Day.
It was just weird. that.
Do you get my point though? So like back in the day, yeah, I loved acting, D. I loved it, yeah. And I was one of them youths. I was one of them youths that I was like, oh, one of the best actors in my school in my year or whatever, yeah. And then I went to after school club in Iams. Remember that there's that school up the road, Islington Arts and Media. So I would go to every Monday. They audition all the actors, the best actors from all the Islington schools, and they had this thing called Islington. I can't remember what it's called now, but they had all the best youths from all the schools in Islington audition to go to this acting thing after school every Monday or something like that, Monday or Tuesday. So I would go to IAMS every week and act with these other kids from all these other Islington schools. And like that was free, innit? Obviously, I couldn't I went asking my mum less I want to go on the shares and that because my mum was out here hustling, like trying to put bread on the table, trying to buy yards and them things there. And then and so I was doing all of that. And then I went to college. I was in sixth form. I was doing drama. I got A star or A in drama at GCSEs. Then I went to college. Basically, what I'm trying to say is it wasn't like now, yeah. People DM me to say, oh, yeah, I want to be an actor. Give me a run in your film. It's easy
that
to
could never run back in the day.
Yeah, like where do you meet famous people? Well, where do you meet directors? Like there wasn't even, remember the times I'm coming up here, like internet's just starting. Internet's still dial-up them times. And so I didn't have as much. This is why I say to kids all the time, we've got so much information, so much access now that back in the day, So that back in the day, when I was coming up, which is that we're talking about now, we're talking about 20 years ago. Like we're talking about so I got into acting when I was 17. So like we're talking about this is like 17 years ago. Like internet this is how much technology has moved forward. Like you've got access to I remember when a girl told me about Twitter. She goes, yeah, have you got Twitter? I goes, what's that? She goes, it's this thing, yeah? Like where famous people, they just say what they're doing. I goes, but why do I want to know what they're doing? She's like, they chat to you as well. I'm like, but why would they chat to you? She was like, no, Shaquille O'Neal was on there. He was chatting to me the other day. And I couldn't get my head around it. I was like, why would Shaquille O'Neal want to talk to you?
We've moved on, mate.
Imagine like, and I'm talking like these times now, when this girl was telling me I was 21. So that was what? I'm 34 now. That's like 13 years ago. It boggled I remember she said exactly those words, Damon, yeah? I'm on BBM, yeah, at my temp job. Yeah, I just finished uni. This girl's messaging me on BlackBerry Messenger, yeah, saying, you should go on this thing called Twitter. Like, I goes, what? And she goes, yeah, man, it's so sick. There's so many celebs.
Yeah, the world's changed, man.
She's like, yesterday I was chatting to Shaq. And for me, I'm like, how? Damon, I'll be real, I thought she was gassing.
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, I see how people react when they see you. Like I was chatting to Rahman the other day on Saturday, and he was talking about when you lot went up to the Man United game and watch your team get battered. Yeah, live and direct. But yeah. But he goes, it was mad seeing people recognize you. Like, and seeing how they react when they see you. So it's the same thing for you. You're like, right, why would Shaq be talking to you? Or why would blah, 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 blah? But there's people that are looking at you, interacting with these people who are like, right, that's Femi from that film. Why is he here?
Yeah, but D, I get that. But what made it mad, D, was that this girl was talking about she's on Twitter, right? Like she's like, I'm painting the picture. Let me paint the picture properly. I will paint like I'm taking over this podcast, yeah. Make it Femi's life story podcast, yeah. So I've come out, yeah. First of all, do I think I would have been an actor if I didn't if I lived in Nigeria? I don't even know if I would have shoes personally. but that's another conversation for another day.
Lee, we're gonna leave that one there.
I think I'll still be playing with
We're gonna
stones.
leave that one
That
there.
was your bants back in the day, innit? You like Febby, you just used to play with stones in the room.
Standard.
That was your bants,
Mud
David.
and stones.
I'll
Stones.
still be kicking stones like for football. But yeah, so imagine this, yeah. I'm like 21, come out of uni. I was in kidulthood, yeah. I'm like in adulthood. Adulthood's the biggest film in England, yeah. Like it's #1 in the box office. So I'm like, I might as well just do acting. Like I'm just gonna put my law on pause for a minute, yeah. So come out and there's no work, yeah. And so I get a temp job. I get a temp job in this office in Angel at the UK Borders Agency, just moving files around. This is when they had physical files. They were insisting on not putting these files on computers. I still find that mad. Yeah. So all these people that were immigrants, yeah, like they just had these files. But what if papers fell out? What happens?
But we've seen what happens over the last how many years.
Like they could have just thrown these papers. It was a dumb system, Damon. Yeah. So I was in this office, yeah, and they had bundles of paper like this massive. You can't even see my hands.
Yeah.
You're helping. Like the people that were the caseworkers will request paperwork on, say, Femi or Yanurin, and then you go and look for it and leave a cell, and then you have to look for it, and then you take them the paperwork and they have it near their desk. It was so archaic. This seems like the Stone Ages I'm talking about. This was my job. Was moving around these folders, these hench folders, yeah. And I'm in the the folder room. I was gonna say stock room. I'm frustrated because in my head I'm famous, but I'm trying to make peas. But I've got this dead job, and everyone at the job is young. It's all young people, and they all recognize me, and they're all like, "Why are you here? What normal work?" You know, all of that vibe. And I'm just feeling stressed. And then this girl's trying to explain Twitter to me, blood. Like, yeah, I was talking to Shaquille O'Neal last night. Meanwhile, the girl that's meant to be my supervisor, she's like caught me a few times on my phone in the stock room. And like she's angry with me. She's trying to get me sacked. And I'm thinking, bro, this is not even a real job. Who cares about this dead job moving around folders?
Bro, this has to be in a book or in a film.
I was basically, Damon, the post room boy.
That's what you was. You was the guy that just no one respects, no one rates.
For about 3 months, bro. I was like, I couldn't last. I left there and I made a short film. Every time I've had a normal job, I've had 2 normal jobs, yeah. No, did I tell you about the time I got sacked on the first day?
Sacked on the first day? Where?
This was during this period. So what happened was, yeah, I come out of uni.
You got sacked on the first day of your job.
Listen to this. I come out of uni, yeah. I've given you the context. I think I'm mad famous in my head, yeah. But I need something to do. I've got nothing to do with my time now because I'm waiting for my agent to call me. It's dead. I need something to keep me going. So my mom's onto me saying, "What, you gonna get a job? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's your planning?"
And this is after kidulthood.
This is after adulthood. So adulthood, kidulthood was big, yeah. But adulthood, yeah, this is the thing. Adulthood people don't really like now, yeah. But adulthood was huge. Like, it made millions, like 3.2 million in the box office. Adulthood was, when it came out, was actually 1,000,000 times bigger than kidulthood, right?
Okay.
So these times now, yeah, like put it this, adulthood was #1 in the UK box office. That's like, that was unheard of at the time. So these times now, yeah, I'm feeling famous, but I have to go and get a job because life is like, you know, acting life is like, you don't know when you're going to get your next job. These times, I've gone into Reed because I'm trying to get a job. Again, something else that no longer exists anymore, Reed on the high road. So I've gone into Reed next to Argos in the Holloway. And First Sport. Remember there was First Sport?
Yeah.
I've gone to Reed, right? So I've gone into Reed now. I've gone to them. Oh yeah, I want a job. The women recognize me. It's dead. Like everyone just recognizes me. It's just all dead. Like everywhere I go, like I'm kind of broke. Yeah. Like, or I'm about to be broke, so I'm trying to get a job, so I'm not broke. Like, you know, one of those ones, but
Yeah,
everyone
yeah, yeah,
recognizes it.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like this is like peak fame. Like everywhere I go, people recognize me. They're like, oh yeah, like, oh, you've got a degree, da, da, da. Oh, we'll get you some nice office jobs, da, 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 da. The women are excited. There was a young girl there. She was trying to date me, like the younger one. Like she gave me a number. Like I'm like, I can say all this now. You know, one of those ones. She's like trying to date me at that time. Like I might have gone on a few dates with her, but I don't know how far away my missus is or whether she's gonna listen to this one. But
Leave that there. Leave that right there.
and so there was all of that going on, yeah. And these times, these women were like, "Yeah, we've got the perfect job for you. You can be temp cover for this receptionist who's going on holiday for a week." It's my first ever job, like ever in life, out of acting. So kidulthood was my first job that I got paid for, and then adulthood, but like in real life, yeah, this is my first normal job. And then I've gone into this thing, and the boss keeps walking up and down. And he's staring at me like he's, to be fair, some Asian brother. He's giving me a look like I don't want a young black brother to be my receptionist. I want someone that's not you.
Yeah.
And I can feel it. Yeah. So I'm getting vexed. Like this is morning. He's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "I'm the temp." And he's looking at me like, "Raw, like this young black you on my reception." Nah. It was like one of these weird companies, yeah, where they sold courses to people. Seemed like, you know, them companies that sell courses to people to learn to speak English.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Their office was in King's Cross, right? So it was like round the back of King's Cross, so like in between Cali and King's Cross, right?
Yeah.
There used to be a club there around the corner from there, like in that Pentonville Road, just off Pentonville Road. These times now, yeah, the guys come to me. He's like asked me to make him a cup of tea or coffee. In my head, I'm like, I've never made coffee in my life before. Imagine this. So I've gone to make this guy coffee. It might have been, I didn't even know what to do with the coffee because I've never made coffee before. I've made tea. So whatever you do, teach your kids how to make teas and coffees in it at home and coffee, even if you don't drink it. Because I was there like as a 21-year-old, I didn't even know what to do with the coffee. I might have read the instructions. I'm nervous because I'm the receptionist. I have to make coffee in it. So I made the coffee for the guy, yeah. And the guy's like called me a few minutes later, and I'm paranoid thinking the coffee's dead, yeah. And then the guys called me in the office. I've switched at him.
Wait, he called you in the office?
He's like, "Can I speak to you in my office 1 second?" And I'm, you know, when you're young, yeah, you think they're gonna sack you. So I'm like, nah, I'm not getting sacked. I'm gonna badge you up if you're gonna sack me, yeah. And I've never told, only my brother Alex knows this story. Like I've never told anyone this story before. I think this is the first time I've actually told this. The guy's called me into his office, yeah, and I've gone, you know what? I've been seeing how you're looking at me. I don't want to do your job anyway. This is some rubbish company. You're selling courses to like blah blah blah. So I've given him the full rant in his face, the full Femi, bro. Like venting, like, you know, like when you feel conscious, because one, I felt like he didn't want me there, and two, I was young, so I didn't know how to express myself and manage my emotion. And already I feel like vulnerable doing this job because I don't even want a job because I just really want to be an actor. And like on the way to work, people recognize everywhere I go, people recognize me. Like now people recognize me, but back then it was just overwhelming. And also it was new to me, so I didn't even know what to do. It was just all overwhelming. So I've gone into this office now, switched at the guy. The guy's like, "I was just gonna offer you a job, like to be one of our salespeople. You could have made like blah blah blah, yeah, because I thought you'd be better suited to that."
Okay, the mad thing is that's your insecurities, though, innit, at the time. Because I know what it must feel like when everyone knows you, who you are, but your bank account don't reflect.
Bro,
kind of, do you get what I'm saying?
Lee, it was
people expect you to have a Range Rover, penthouse, all these things, and these times you're looking for a normal job. You're just looking for a normal. You just want to get paid.
I just want to
cut a check and make moves. You want to cut a check and make moves.
Lee, it was like like you said, Damon. I have to put this in a book because I don't even know why this story came to me. I've literally only my friend Alex. He takes the mick out of me about it all the time. He's like, "Remember that time you got sacked from that job on the first day?"
You know the maddest thing is, imagine if you didn't run. Imagine if he offered you a job, and because of your financial situation, you took the job.
You took
I
it.
just stayed there.
Probably
And that took you
You
down
probably
a
would have.
whole different career path.
different route. Put it this way, you wouldn't be on this podcast with us because you'd be a nobody.
Standard
You'd
things.
be a nobody, boy. You
But
would
yeah,
not
but
be
honestly,
worthy of this podcast.
Imagine like I did all of that, and then the guy didn't even get to sack me. I just left. I just packed my bags and left. And then the next day, because the women that really liked me, they like the guy told them what happened. I complained to them. I said the guy didn't really want me. He wanted like blah blah blah. Da, da, da. And I think the truth was he genuinely didn't think like, raw man, I don't want this black cute front desk in my office.
Yeah, but he found a slot for you, fam.
He did, but I didn't even let him
found
land. I did,
That's
and
what I'm saying.
this is what I want to tell the young people: let people land in it. I
He
didn't
found
even
a
let him
slot for
land.
you. Yeah, and this is the thing. It's just like, yeah, let's not be too hasty. Let's actually not be too hasty. Let's listen to what people have got to say before, because you can't react off of something that hasn't happened, which is
And
what
also off of what I feel, not even off of what he said. Like he's not even said nothing. Because in his head, he's thinking. In my head, I'm thinking he's just judging me because I'm young and I'm black. In his head, he's thinking, "Raw, this black brother might be able to come do something for me behind the scenes, like in the offices and like making phone calls and that." But I just didn't let him get there. And then the other thing was and then they got me a job in a post room. And that I wanted to die because you know where it was? It was like, Pearson's, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Pearson's, I remember that.
Like EdXL and they're the exam boards, basically. And it was in the basement. It was literally in a post room. And I was with this guy that feels like every post room guy in every film. Like, I don't want to say he was a loser, but he felt like a guy that goes home, gets pizza, like lives by himself.
All right.
And I felt like,
No,
I felt like, is this my life? This is what it's gonna be. Imagine what I'm like. The depression I'm going through.
Party. The man they live for the work Christmas party. That's their biggest event of the year.
No, Lee. If it was that would have been fantastic. But you know what it was? It wasn't even that. He felt like he was the guy that didn't even get invited to the Christmas party.
Oh, like that. Oh, he was that guy.
Yeah.
You know the funny thing is, yeah, I was watching The Office today, yeah, the American one. Bruv, do you know how hilarious that program is? Just, and those kind of just all sorts of just the cringe level of that program is just mad. But what you're saying about this office guy, yeah, this worker, it's like, yeah, it's funny. I remember when I worked in a computer shop, and we had one of them man there that was there who speng's not even the right word. Like, it's not, and you're right. It's not nice to just be mocking these people. It's not mocking. It's just like, right.
I never knew you had any other jobs, D.
Yeah.
How many other jobs do you have?
But I told you about my jobs.
The church.
Did you?
All I know is about the church.
The church ran a job. I saw you as a volunteer. When you're volunteering in the church.
I was just joking.
Yeah, as a volunteer. Yeah, the church you got as a volunteer. But
so I can't remember your other jobs, you know.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into all that. But yeah. But anyway, Femi, go back to how we started. Nigeria.
Sorry, man, I got sidetracked.
Yeah,
you sidetracked me.
You went left.
No, like, because I just realized that man had all these random jobs back in the day, and like maybe I could have just been a lawyer and got a training contract as well, which is
you probably could have.
Which is something else that I explored that year. I was going for job interviews and I was just self-sabotaging. Now that was when I realized this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm not even supposed to get a job. Like I just kept self-sabotaging. But Nigeria was lit, man. I'm not gonna lie. I needed it. I don't know if Instagram told everyone that I needed it, but I needed that. Damon worked at Rowan's. Did you work at Rowan's?
You said that. No, I didn't work at Rowan's. I used to frequent Rowan's, but no, it didn't work out.
What
Who
was
said
it?
that? Who said that?
Jordan Jones. Someone said you worked at Rowan's back in the
Nah,
day.
Oh, is that why you used to try and get me to come down there and play snooker every week? Because you had the free pass, you didn't have to pay the £2 to get in. They was our bumps, you know.
Nah, Rowan's would have been lit. So Nige was the place.
No, Nigel was lit. I think it was obviously the first time I traveled. Last trip I made was people are being dumb in the group chat, you know. Sorry, I'm gonna ignore them. Someone said Damon was a milkman.
No, I was though. I was. Don't you remember that story?
No.
Yeah, I was.
No? I don't
Yeah.
remember the milkman thing.
Yeah, I was a milkman. I wasn't a milkman. I was like a milkman's assistant.
Milk.
And I realized
What?
yeah,
Man says the milk boy. Use the milk boy.
Wait, Ali. Blood spot me.
Man smashed it. Man spa. You killed me. Go on. Let me hear this one.
I realized years later that I was getting bumped. P-word. I got bumped differently.
The milk boy got bumped.
Differently.
What did they charge you? 20p per bottle that you put on the doorstep. How did
Bro.
they work it out?
I think I got paid something like a £5. Yeah. But
What's
man
that?
was
Them days, that must have been about 4 shillings in your day. He must pay you in shillings.
Oh, apparently you spoke about this on a previous podcast. I must not listen.
Yeah.
I must not listen.
For real though, I don't remember this story. I probably don't remember this story though.
And it wasn't that long
But
ago.
go on.
man. It wasn't that long ago that we spoke about it. Yeah.
Oh, do you remember? Sorry to cut you, D. Before you go on, do you remember half a penny? Because Femi don't remember half a penny.
Yeah.
But I was alive when half a penny. You could use half a penny.
No,
You know, you
I
could
don't
use half a penny.
I don't remember being able to use them, but I remember them because they
Remember them? I
was
swear
about.
I remember using them.
But I don't remember using them, but they was about
Yeah.
I've
You
never
see them
been-
in a change jar or something. You'll see half
Yeah,
a penny. I remember that.
you
They were
couldn't use them. But I
tiny.
remember them. They're probably the size of. I think they might have been slightly
5p.
bigger than a 5 pence piece.
Yeah,
Slightly,
that's it.
tiny bit bigger.
So you lot used to spend half pence.
There was
No,
a half pence. They were just about like you see in man's pocket, you'd have a half a pence.
What, the
I don't know
one-
why, because nothing cost the half a pence, but it was just still in rotation in it at the time.
Nah, you lot.
Sorry,
you
so I
lot
thought let me
old
just remember
still.
that. Oh,
Man,
that shows my age as well, boy. I
Man
remember
lives
that,
in
boy.
Africa, blood.
hold on, wait. No, Lee, don't let Femi do that because we actually had currency. Them man that was trading, he was trading fruit, yeah, and grass and them things there. Like I give you a banana. I give you a banana.
You know why you're chatting crap? Because I've actually found online British West African 1936 half penny coin.
Oh, was it 1936?
So when the colonizers were colonizing us, they gave us our own half a penny.
Oh,
You
is
had half a
it?
penny as well.
Yeah, blood. In Africa.
See there? We're all the same.
The African had a hole in the middle.
Tell
You're
me
what?
something for me, yeah.
It's got a hole in the middle.
You're what? I said Norwegian money's got a hole in the middle as well. And there's a note that you can tear in half, and it halves the note. I can't remember what country it is, but I'm sure you can half the note.
That's very
Like if
funny.
it's a £5 and it's £2.50.
Shut up.
But let me ask you something for me. I
Mm.
swear down, there's a note. I don't know what country it is. If you tear it in half, it halves the note. It halves the money. Someone in the chat verify this for me, please. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. You can tear the note in half and then give it to them. Anyway, what I was going to say for me is, now, this might be a stupid question, but you see like when they say things like, oh yeah, if you want to get married to me, you have to pay me with 5 goats and that. Is that a real thing or is that just jokes? Is that a real thing?
You know, slyly.
I don't know.
You know, slyly. Let me tell you this. Slyly, they still.
Hello?
They pay the dowry in it,
Yeah.
and the dowry could be like 14 goats. So like you go to Oxford, because remember they.
It's a real thing then.
It's not real. It's more token now. But like obviously, if it's like traditional, if your granddad's there, he might want the 14 goats, innit? But like really, when they take the 14 goats, not like they're gonna rear them, they just kill them. So I went to a barbecue on Sunday. The guy was like, I'm killing two. The guy was like, oh, do you know, I've killed 2 rams or something, or 2 goats for this barbecue.
Blood clot.
So the barbecue I was at, yeah, the meat we were chopping, they killed that like the day before that day. Proper
So how do the
organic.
Nigerian vegans feel about this, man? They must be uproar.
There's bare vegan food, you know. What's mad about African food? What people miss, yeah, a lot of the food, it's like the meat they just add in it. So you could have a
Yeah.
and pounded jam and just not have meat with it. Or you could have, it's not as nice. Or you could have like, or efo, which is like spinach type. And not have, there's loads of like non-meat food, but like when people have like big weddings and stuff, they kill cows, bro. They measure your wedding how little it was by how many cows were killed.
Raw boy.
So my mom was like, I went to Nigeria and it was my sister's wedding. I got them like 5 cows.
Lee's
And
right.
she actually got them. He actually got them like
So they buy the cows. They kill the cows.
You know, this is my ignorance, Shay. You know, when I went to Jamaica, that was the first time I saw how curry goat was made in it. Usually I just saw the end product. You know, over here you see curry goat. I mean, like it's minced and done and whatever and chopped up and cooked. But I saw the whole process of going to the farm, picking up the goat, putting a rope around its neck, watching it run, then hanging it upside down and then killing it. Do you get what I'm saying? That was the first time, and my mind couldn't process that is the process of what the food was on the plate.
You know, there was a program on Channel 4 a couple years ago called Survivor, I think, or one of them programs where they're stranded on a desert island and they're on there for like 2 weeks or something, or a month. And you know, like 10 guys, 10 girls, and they've got to survive, yeah. And part of it was they have to catch and kill their food.
I'll be useless. I couldn't even kill a chicken.
Like, yeah, same thing, like a chicken or
No,
maybe
I
a goat or something like that. And everyone before that was a meat eater. Everyone was cool. You see, when it comes to like catching and killing your food, Bear of them was like, nah, allow it. I can't do that. Can't do that.
I can't do that.
Right? It's all well and good when somebody else does it, but nah, it's a different thing for
as you. When I lived with my grandparents and I lived in my grandparents' town, yeah, like I would see them kill cows all the time for parties.
Yeah, I'm saying you grew up seeing this naturally. Do you know what I'm saying? I couldn't.
Now, bro, my children were walking them to school this morning. One of them saw a fox and almost started burst out crying, dead on the footpath. And I made them all cross. I made them all cross the road. I didn't even want to see the fox, fam. I made them come back across the road to the other side, come back when we walk. Man's not trying to see dead animals, man. It's like, it's not really a thing. But like, even when they were telling me, when the guy was telling me like, yeah, I feel like he said I killed 2 rams, yeah, or something like that. I was like, but why would you do that? Not processing that. The meat that I'm chopping at the barbecue.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
I was looking at him like, you animal. Why would you butcher those poor animals? Yes, well, I do think I want to be vegan though, to be fair.
This is why people go vegan. This is it. Like, even with Caselo Victor, for the first 2 years, he's probably gonna be vegan. Like,
we're not on him touching that meat.
You know what it is? He could. The reality is, we can get all of our proteins and nutrients from vegetables, isn't it? Like, I think it's just habit because we've grown up eating meat and curry goat and oxtail and all of that.
Him is finally becoming a real Rasta. Bloody hell! Took like 50 years.
No, but
you're not gonna burn that bacon on a Sunday. Just fan out the smell out the window before anyone wakes up. I hear you, man. I hear you. No, you gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, it is what it is.
We've not even got to any of our topics today.
No, we haven't. Let's move on swiftly.
Well, yeah, Nigeria was lit, guys. I think we should all go one day and Lee can eat.
I'm gonna try a thing, boy. It's gonna be like a bush tracker trial thing for me. I'm gonna play with the safe food though, fam. I'm playing with the safe food.
What are you gonna have?
And I think I'm just gonna go for prawns, fish, chips. I'm gonna stay on that route. I'm not really gonna fuck with the yellow rice. I'll do the boiled rice. You get what I'm saying? What else would I mess with? That's about it, really. The spinach thing, I could do the okra. Forget all the yams and all of that. The powdered yam and the fufu and.
I said the powdered yam. They pound the yam though, bro. You know that.
Yeah, no, they pound it. Yeah, no. I don't
You know
mind
the
watching the
yam?
process.
The yam's just like the same as like just normal yam. They just pound it. That's the only difference.
To be fair, I didn't like okra. I know Africans eat a lot of okra, and then until my missus started making okra, and that was the first time I thought, "What? Is this what it is? It bangs though." But it's
Little
got a
racist
weird
thing.
texture to it.
It has
It's
got
got a little
slimy.
texture to it
It's
because
just
it's
slimy.
slimy in it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
slimy.
it's slimy inside. It's slimy inside, but I'm not a fan of running. I mean, I'm not scared to run from a little bit of slime inside. You feel me?
Oh, stop it.
My grown folk know what I'm talking about. Anyway, my grown folk in the chat know what I'm talking about. Big man thing. Big man thing. But yeah, no, I definitely would like to come. I've got a little present. I'm hoping Ace was going to be in the show because someone brought me back something from Ghana. Look at this piece. I'm going to show you. I don't know what to drop it with though, Femi. What are you saying?
Which one?
We need to move on to these other topics.
Oh, that's hard.
Okay, Lee.
That's proper you though, blood.
Bro, when you see it oversized, I look wham in this, blood. But
No,
I don't want to wear it with no skinny trousers, though, blood. I want to rock it with shorts.
I think
I'll
you
be
could
killing the culture.
drop that with shorts. Drop that with some like driver shoes. I would.
Yeah.
You know,
I might go for the Jesus sandals. I might get the Jesus sandals from Gucci, though. What do you think?
I had them Jesus sandals still.
Yeah, I might have to drop the Jesus
trying
thing with
to
the
get a
fur.
new
You know the
pair.
fur at the back? You know the fur
Yeah,
at the back?
I've got them.
Gucci.
I've got them.
Is it? Yeah, I'm thinking about that kind of drop still.
That's cold.
I need a little hat as well. I should have texted you to tell me to bring back one of them hats, man.
Oh, the little round ones.
Yeah. I need one of them, man.
I could have grabbed you one as
Next
well.
Next time.
But yeah, anyway.
Let's move on.
Sorry. What are we moving on to, D?
What's the next topic?
You got all the topics now? All right, are we talking about the baby and this whole thing with him and...
You can. Tell us.
Well, this is my first thought, yeah, because I was watching like the video clips when I was at the gym this morning, yeah. Firstly, my initial thought was she's an idiot, yeah. That was my initial thought. She's an idiot. And as it all went on, I realized how old she is and how old they are. Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about. What is it you're talking about?
Give us context.
I don't know. Just that rapper, the baby. He's
What happened?
So basically, he's what the world would class as his girl, based on his behavior with her on social media. So he's had a child with her. He's just doing up lifestyle. They're lip-syncing on the camera. They live together. All of that. Do they not live together?
Yeah.
Well, she was
definitely the side chick.
Okay. Apparently she was the side chick and always was the side chick. But
okay, but now she got a baby for him.
But when you see what's on social media, she looks like the main girl. How does she not?
Wait. So he's lips her up on his social media. So it must be his main thing, no? Who lives up their side thing like that on social media?
Has this been on social media?
Yes.
More than this girl?
Yes.
Well, he's never.
So wait. He's posting two different women on his social media. Is that what you're saying?
I'm now being educated. He's never posted this girl. What's her name? Danielle Lee. He's never posted her. All right. So he's never posted her. Never claimed her. So all of the images that we're seeing are from her.
Yeah.
So all of the images that we're seeing are from her, and basically the relationship's gone pear-shaped. But it's all a bit sour because I think the last thing I saw that she was in his house, and he was just filming her, but she was like. Have you seen that film, The Breakup, with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, vaguely.
Do you know, like those just that awkward time, and it's just like, but it's being filmed and
But-
posted on social media live, and it just
Who's filming it?
say it again.
Who's filming it? Him? Was he filming it?
Well, he's filming it, so it was on his actual Instagram live for maybe like an
So
hour
he-
or something.
He's filming his struggles with his thing and putting it on
But-
Instagram.
but-
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
But
He's an idiot.
he's saying he's filming it for his safety. Yeah, that's
But
what he's saying. He's
Why
filming it
why
for
you
his,
private record it? Why you private record it then?
he's saying he's filming it for his safety, so no one could turn around and say. And even earlier, I read something like she's been charged with something called simple assault or something because she hit him trying to stop him from filming her or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
The world's going mad. The world's going mad.
It's weird because it's like after watching them for about 20 minutes, I realized and this is why I said that she's an idiot, because I don't know what's actually gone on with them. But the reason I said she's an idiot, because you cannot control somebody's behavior. You can control your behavior in it. So take yourself out of that scenario. Whether you leave the yard or whether you leave the country or you leave the relationship, take yourself out of that scenario. Yeah. Because even certain comedians are like, how do you expect my man to behave? He's called himself the baby. Like the way he's moving. But then the argument is he hasn't really told any lies. Like he's never claimed this girl. He's never claimed this girl. Yes, she's had his baby. But I mean, I don't know. What is it? What are the comments saying for me? Is there anything in the comments?
I just think
I'm
people are like,
confused.
basically, people are really interested. This is when we need Ace. This is when Ace needs to like just call in and give us the
Yeah,
lowdown.
you know, Ace knows exactly what's
Ace
going
loves
on.
all this gossip. Yeah,
I just can't believe man put his side thing on his social media live. He's claiming this thing is his side thing.
So
How can you call your baby mom your side thing?
he was playing
That's
her
just
and his
rude.
baby. He was playing her and
You
his
know-
baby mom at the same time, KSA's, and he never really claimed her. He played his ex on her, but moved her and the baby in. Man was all swearing up in front of his new baby. Posted something like he had the baby and she wasn't there. They were both swearing in the video. Anyway, they're toxic people.
Toxic.
That's what it sounds like to me. I've not really I've seen the videos and I've seen people be outraged by it, but sometimes I just block them things out, man. I don't need them energies there.
Why'd you put
Can
this
we
thing on
talk
social media? I
about,
still
though?
don't get it.
Can we talk about though our Uncle Will Smith? Lee,
Yeah.
I think he's finessed his way back.
Yeah, well.
I
With all the
think
stories, the comeback stories.
this
The
guy
comeback
is a
stories.
superhero. Should I tell you why I think this guy is? I want to study this guy. I want to read his book now. Because number one, yeah, on one side, his wife is undermining him still and making him look needy. Yeah, he's come back with his comeback story. Yeah, Lee. And then he's bringing out this book. He's doing a book tour, yeah. And everyone seems to be liking this book. He's doing a book tour where he's doing one talk with Oprah, one talk with Idris. The one in London is with Idris Elba. Man drew for the big homie. Yeah. He's done this King Richard film. You're going to see it next Friday. But Lee, when I tell you, he's hard in this film. He's probably going to win an Oscar for it. Yeah. He's got his little YouTube situation where he's like trying to get fit and all of that, and he's getting people to send him little clips. Yeah. He's doing a documentary where he's doing something for Disney Plus, where he's like doing adventures around the world. Like, you know them David Attenborough, but really he's like he's active, he's not just being the voice of it. Will Smith might be back.
Yeah. I mean, look, I personally think it's for his book promo, though, isn't it? I think all of this. Yeah. I think all this attention right now is definitely good. Look, he's bigger than he's been in for years, and ironically, the book's coming out. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, wow, like it's what you need right now when you're selling. It's not number one selling book, innit? Every time I go on Amazon, because I'm trying to finesse someone in the family to buy it for me for Christmas, so I don't have to buy it myself. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's been number one on Amazon for months. So I'm thinking, yeah, he's looking to break records with this one.
I
looking to break records with this.
I think Will Smith is just like nothing happened. Like, and I'm really impressed by it. I'm like, when you watch that film, you're gonna be like, wow, big homie.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, the last film I watched was Gemini Man, and I thought it was gonna be cat, so I didn't even watch it for months. And I watched it the other day, and it's actually a decent film.
People
I thought
said
it was
it's,
alright, you know.
everyone said it's rubbish. You're the first
It's
person to
rubbish.
listen.
Do you know what?
I think
it's
you and
alright,
the Ace are just the biggest Will Smith fans ever.
Do you know? No, because I remember I said Bad Boys 3 was pants. I thought that was one of the. I kind of knew it was going to be. I thought the storyline, everything about Bad Boy 3 was this. To me, was the worst. I wouldn't watch it again. I would not watch it again. It's one of those ones you watch once and you don't have to watch it again. What's that noise? Is that your little man?
Hold on.
On some next thing.
Is little man crying?
No, he's fine. It's fine.
Look at Damon sitting by the bar, you know. Mother sitting by the bar in the kitchen.
You fool.
But
What is it? Hold on. Hold on. So where do you think, do we think he went somewhere because of this whole thing with Jada? Like, you see how you're saying
you know what? I don't think they're together. I don't think they're sleeping in the same bed.
Is it because of the whole thing with Jada, or he just hasn't done that for a while? What?
Listen to what Lee just said. Listen to what Lee just said.
He's at the right. Everything's happening at the right time. So the politics with his home life. He's got a great film coming out. Like, he's just killing it, everything at the moment. So it's the best marketing strategy. You must have someone around him who said, right, talk about the struggles in your relationship. You know, come open with it. Then we're going to have this brilliant film that's about to come out. It's all working together. But the only problem we have, and then he's got something that's like inspirational. So you're going to want to travel the world. Everyone wants to travel the world. Everything is selected at the right time. Do you get what I'm saying? So he's doing things that like this next thing that he's doing, this travel the world thing. That's like what people want to do on their bucket list. And he's going to be doing this, like, this is what's going to come out. But the problem I think is going to happen, we're going to have the whole Kevin Hart syndrome where it just gets rinsed. Because right now, Kevin Hart, to me...
I think we've had him all our lives. I don't think we mind getting rinsed.
You don't think so?
No. I think we like Will Smith. I just...
Yeah, I think we do.
I think Will Smith has only made... And listen to what I'm saying. When I say one bad film, yeah, that he's ashamed of. Yeah.
I think there's two.
Right. See, Gemini Man, yeah, the special effects were just outrageously ridiculous. They were just dumb. They like, you get what I mean? But as a film, as like, do you know what I mean? It's like, all right, it wasn't the worst film in the world. Whereas he continuously apologizes for the Wild Wild West. He continuously apologizes for that. Whereas when you look at somebody like Kevin Hart, yeah, you can see that you landed and you decided to go left. But you've gone left because you want the world to love you, as opposed to, do you know what I mean? Because Will Smith is an actor. Kevin Hart, you're a stand-up comedian. So for you to transition into acting, you just want everyone to love you, innit?
Will Smith was a rapper, bro. Don't ever forget.
Well, rapper, but you know, rapper, cool, you was a rapper. He wasn't necessarily a bad rapper, but from what most people know, Will Smith is an actor.
I'm trying to say, bro, I'll be honest, yeah. You see, when I first landed from Lagos, yeah, you know that I'm going to Miami. You see that album?
Oh,
yeah?
Big Willie style. That's a big album.
That was one of the best albums ever.
That is it's a classic. That is a classic album, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes,
just the two of us.
That was number one for like 30 weeks.
What is wrong with you two, bro?
Getting jiggy with it.
Getting jiggy with it. Nah. Getting jiggy with it.
And you had the Men in Black tune on it.
Bro. Here comes the Men in Black. I thought this, bro. When I first landed from Nigeria, I'll be real to you, yeah. I thought Will Smith and Richard Blackwood were like the most shiniest black men ever. And then if you want to like for extra points, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, and Mace, I thought, oh my gosh. You see my eyes, you imagine being a baby, yeah? Imagine Caselo Victor, yeah? His eyes just opening one day It felt like I was sleeping. It felt like, it felt like I was in Lagos, yeah, asleep. And I came to England and I saw Will Smith and I was like, what is this? And then I saw Richard Blackwood and I was like, right, I want to be like these, man. Every time I see Richard Blackwood, I tell him. Every time I see him, I'm like, like when I was a youth, I wanted to be you. Like you were my ghost.
All right, stop telling him that because you know there was there's like yeah. When I was a youth, I wanted to be you, but you see now, nah.
No, not like that. He knows I don't mean it like that. He knows I don't mean it like that. He knows I don't mean it like that.
I mean, I'm gonna watch this pursuit of not pursuit of happiness.
It's basically
would you say it's better than that?
It is basically like Pursuit of Happiness, but it's better because it's about a real man. And because it's a true story, yeah? And because the story of Venus and so, like he goes in, I'll be real, Will Smith goes in.
All right, you're selling it. Okay.
I'll be real, yeah. I never when I saw it, I was like, Will Smith playing their dad dead. Oh, allow me, man. So dead. Will Smith, yeah, goes in. I went on that journey with him. But the story's so compelling. I would recommend that film. I think it's one of the best biopics I've ever seen in my life.
You know what? You know something about movies, yeah, that shocks me to this day is that, when a film comes out and I'm thinking, right, I never even knew he would do a film like this. Like, how comes I never got, no one dropped the bomb until I saw the trailer? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, how is this kept so secret? Like, and not just this film here, because when I saw the trailer for this, I thought, rah, all this time I'm seeing him on social media, he's always doing something. And then all of a sudden he's filmed this film. When did he get time to do this? Because it feels like you see so much. Do you get what I mean? How the hell did my man do this? When did he get time to grow his hair? I didn't see him doing looking rugged or anything. All of a sudden, he's got this film out. Do you get what I'm saying?
Because man just shoots footage for months, but that is funny.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? It's not just him. All different type of films that come out. You just think, when did you get time to do that? I've just seen you. I've been seeing you on social media flexing
all the time.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
But
you got something coming out though. Your thing looks decent. That's coming out. What are you saying, fam?
My little rom-com thing.
Yeah, bro. Have you shot it already? See, this is another one of those things that you probably shot it about a year ago. We didn't even know.
No, I'm shooting it.
The ones there.
I'm shooting it next year. That's funny. I'm shooting it next
year. I thought it was coming out. See, I thought it was coming out Christmas. I thought it was coming out this Christmas.
No. That's
seen. Okay. Say no more. Look, it looks like a good look.
Talking about good looks, yeah. Have you? We haven't spoken about The Harder They Fall. Nah, have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
The screening. Do you like it?
I think it's one of the best films I've watched in a very long time.
I fell asleep, and then I woke up and I watched it again the next day. It was all right. I don't think it was.
Lee, shut up, Lee. You're hating.
I'm not sounding like a hater. Do you know what? I don't like films that look like they're shot on the set. And that's the only problem I had with the film. I could see the set. Do you get what I mean? That was my problem. I was like, this looks like it's on the set in the desert. Every time it was like new. When it went to different places, it looked like it was the same place, but they just built the whole set again. Do you get what I mean? That was my only. But the acting and the actors, I love that. But I just was something about it. I was just like, this just looks like a studio kind of film.
But
you know what I mean? That's just me.
That's the first.
I don't think it was better than Django. It wasn't better than Django.
Bruv,
and I don't know why I'm comparing it to Django anyway. But...
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. That's the first film I've watched ever in my life that when it finished, I wanted to watch it straight away again.
Really?
First film ever that I wanted to watch straight away again, right there. I thought the film was cold. Everything about it was cold. Everything about that film was cold. There's a couple little, but I don't think there's a film out there that hasn't got the odd one or two little isms and schisms. But yeah, that film, levels, fam. Levels. Yeah, I mean,
fair enough.
I really like it. I like it a lot. I really, really enjoyed it.
Thought it was banging it, and it's. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm not an Idris Elba fan.
Idris Elba was hard in it.
No, I know but that's my point. Up until that, I think I'd kind of gone off of him a bit. I think Yeah, I think I'd gone off on
I like the other guy. I thought the other guy was cool
that,
though.
but this film here, what Lakeith? Is it Lakeith Stanfield?
Yeah.
Is that his name? I thought he was cold in it.
No, that's Jonathan Majors. The main guy in it is called Jonathan Majors.
No,
Lakeith
not
is
him.
Lakeith is
Yeah.
like the side guy with a gun. That the youth was
Yeah.
like, I can't wait to meet him. I can't wait to meet
Yeah.
him.
Oh
gunslinger.
yeah.
Gunslinger, the fast
And
gunslinger.
he bumped him, and he bumped him as well. You know, after all that, man did the
Yeah.
countdown. And licked him
Vanessa.
down early. Oh
Vanessa.
my days. Licked him down early, brother.
Bro,
For all
man's
that, your
doing up
hero.
spoilers.
Your hero. Your hero cheated on you. That's what I'm gonna say. That's a spoiler. Your hero cheats on you like that. Wow.
You know the funny thing is
bumped
though,
him.
yeah, like real
That's like
talk.
racing Usain Bolt. And before when he said on your marks, he starts running.
Nah.
That's what it's like.
It's different. You know why it's different? I'm gonna tell you why it's different. You see this thing here?
Go on.
It's life and death, bro.
Yeah,
So
for real.
Yeah.
I would cheat all day. I would cheat all day.
Bro,
I'll cheat all day. I'll cheat all day.
Bruv, it's life and death. Who's gonna argue when you're still alive? No one.
Mm.
I head top you as well, innit? What are we saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's what it is. It is what it is. But that's the best film I've seen for a very long time, I would say. Yeah. Have we got is our Black Business Corner ready? They're not in the
Maybe they didn't want to come.
all right.
Like,
Well,
nah, I don't want to be part of this tomfoolery.
Can I say I've been watching some of all these stuff on Stars Network, innit? I'm watching Femi, are you watching BMF?
I've not got into it yet, but let's talk about it because everyone's talking about it.
BMF, man. You know what? I just like the nostalgic feel for me because I grew up in an area watching man like shotters like were flexing how they were flexing. Do you get what I'm saying? And I could see the similarities like young boys, 16, 17, 18, Mercedes, Jules, Rollies, just flexing with lots of cash. So to me, I'm watching it thinking, right. But obviously these guys were doing it on a different level. Like the amount of money these guys were making. So it's crazy for me to watch something like that and the whole dynamics with the family, how the family aren't really in it. I think I don't know about his acting though. I was all right with it at the beginning, but then as it's going on, I'm thinking, maybe they should have cast a professional.
No, that's his like son.
That's his son. Yeah, that's his son. I know, but just because he's his son, maybe they could have got someone. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying it. Sometimes you gotta let someone else play you, man. Like Will Smith can't play him as a youth. He's got to call on me. I will do it the justice. You feel me?
With
a bug accent. You know the ones there.
You and the melamine.
Do you know what I heard? Yeah. Do you know how it come on top for them lot?
What the Black Mafia family?
Yeah. Do you know how it come on top for them?
Go on.
Just one police officer. Just one
Really?
police officer started investigating them in his spare time.
Yeah, no surprise, bro.
So I think he traveled somewhere, and he was coming back from the airport. And as he's driving out of the airport, he's seen a huge billboard poster, with them man on it. And he was literally like, "Who are these people?" That was it, and he just started investigating them in his spare time. That's how it come on top.
But obviously, a lot of police were being paid, innit? And you got to think, obviously, they were saying they were doing it, they were getting the money through music and that, but they were making tons of money. Like, Mish was killing it, like, up there as a top shot. Do you get what I'm saying?
Bruv, it's wild.
How many episodes in
already? I think I'm, 7 or 8, maybe 7 episodes in. Because I'm trying to catch up with everything now on Stars. Now I've got Stars. I'm watching Power Book 2 with
everyone.
What's it? Tariq. Yeah, just want to slap him in it.
You know what's mad
about him?
You know what's mad? I know his ex, yeah. Some English girl that I know, yeah. She goes, he's like that in real life.
You're lying. Oh my, the psych about him. I just think
he goes, he's like that in real life.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. There's some buffers in that program though. Some buff things in there. I'm like, yo, 50 Cent knows what he's doing, putting these type of things in there. I was watching it, and Mrs. comes in. What, another sex scene? I was like, boy, yeah, I know another one. Hiding the tissue, you know. Beating down. What? But you know what I like? There's so much black professionals in it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like when you go to Stanford, is it Stanford school? It's like there's a lot of black people in it. Do you get what I mean? And I like to see that mixing within the cultures.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm thinking, and what else am I watching? Godfather of Harlem.
Yeah, what's that saying? How
Yeah,
you
that's
watching
cold
these
as well.
things, Lee? Sorry.
I'm binging them, man. I had no cab for a week in it, so I'm
Why,
out.
what's
I've been
wrong
at the
with your
cab for a week.
cab?
Cab broke down in it on last week Wednesday.
Why is
So,
every cab you're getting breaking down?
bro, I don't know, man. They don't want me to win in it. They don't want me to win, man. So I'm
That's
struggling.
exactly what I said to him when he told me.
It's like,
But to be fair, I had been working like a maniac, like recently, since like work's kind of picked up since September. I've been going hard, even to a point where people are saying you need to relax in it. So maybe this was my sign just to kind of just chill. Because I'll be coming home 4 or 5 in the morning, you know, I don't say nothing. I'll be working big shifts.
Wait. You said I've been coming home 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and don't say nothing. Say something to who? What, us? We don't care.
No, but I'm saying to like, people don't know, but people don't know. People don't, you know what I'm saying? People don't know.
That's what I'm saying for me. Man's acting like, oh, yeah, like I don't tell you, man, in the group. Bro, whether you're working or not, those are the times that you're getting home anyway.
No. What do you mean? Listen, when I'm working, I'm coming home at 1, 12, 11, bro. You get what I'm saying?
What time you wake up? You're waking up at like 2 o'clock the following afternoon.
No, but this is the thing now. So you know what? I think, and this is real life story. So let's not run dumply. Real life story. I'm suffering from insomnia at the moment. So I'm only sleeping 3 or 4 hours a day.
You're suffering.
This is what I think the whole. Yeah, I'm only sleeping 3 or 4 hours. If I sleep, like for example, if I sleep 25 minutes in the day,
spell insomnia, then I'll take you
shut up, man. Insomnia, your mum. Listen. Anyway,
what is wrong with you,
so,
lad?
do you know what happens to me? So if I go so what happens? Say I wake up at 8 in the morning, yeah, go to bed at 4, wake up at 8. By say about midday, I'll feel really tired, innit? So I'll sleep for 25 minutes. I'll mash up again after that. Because I can't sleep for another 12, 13, 14 hours. I'm being serious. You think I'm joking, innit?
No, I don't.
I might have to go to my GP to check this out. I might have to go to my GP to check it out. What's wrong with me? But yeah, this is what's going on at the moment. I'm sharing in it. So if I go missing, then you know what I'll go on in it. I told you I was something and you want to run doubly.
Bruv, you just said live on the podcast, you told me about my mum in it. So bun you in it.
What did you tell him about what did you say about your mum?
That's what he just said. Insomnia.
I didn't say nothing about him.
That's what he said.
I didn't even know what he's talking about.
I hope you can't sleep in it. I hope you don't get no sleep. Yeah.
See them ones there.
I hope you don't get no sleep.
Watch tomorrow on Shea, bro. Little man from Cut the Chat pass, and then what? These are the comments left by his fellow podcaster.
Do you know what?
The night before.
If that's on Shade, bro, all people are gonna say, yeah, Lee from Cut the Chat, little man from Cut the Chat pass. People are gonna be like, pass what, wind? Yeah.
Yeah, you stay there.
You stay there. All, fam. Stop your nonsense.
I just wanted some sympathy, but clearly I'm not gonna get that today.
You're not getting no sympathy. Fun you with your silly red hat. You.
Where's it's orange? Where's our Black Business Corner, by the way?
I don't know.
Say it again. I want to go home soon.
I thought we had to. Yeah, to be fair, we've been chatting for time, man. What time is it? These people, they're done, man. 10:30. Any people got things to do? They got to put the kids to bed.
If they're not
finish their bottle of wine.
If they're not there, then let's bust out.
No, Black Business Corner is here. Ayo, come on.
Oh, she.
Hi, I've been in the chat. You lot been talking.
Was you?
Time.
That's what
I'm saying. You pissed in it.
We talked.
No, I was just listening. I was even gonna give you some help with your insomnia, but
now
what you
got for me? What you got for me?
You can stay awake now.
Oh, them one's there. All right. Wow. Thanks.
Hold on. All right, Ayo. I don't know who you are. None of these people know who you are. Who are you and what do you do? Because you said you could give him some help with his insomnia. You're a doctor of some sort. What's going on?
No, because I had insomnia. And I did a program called Sleep Station. And that really helped.
Oh, so you're a professional, so you can actually really help me.
No, as in I did a program for my insomnia called Sleep Station. So if you
Okay,
go to
okay,
it, you
okay.
should get the help. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
thank
not
you.
that kind of professional. What I do, as you can see on the side, are books. So this is a dragon lady. She's not a fairy because I've been having beef with all my colleagues about her. And my business is called the Nubian Dragon Chest. So what I specialize in is a subscription box that basically promotes Black and Asian fantasy writers. So
Okay.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, say that again. What do you do?
I do a subscription box that basically
Mhm.
specializes in fantasy books by Black and Asian writers.
Okay.
So basically, I can pay you, yeah, how much a month?
So at the moment, I've just launched, it's £35 a month, or it's just a rolling contract. It's not, you're not obligated to sign up for a contract. You just buy a one-off box and you get, for this month, it's Charlotte Murphy's Genesis of Dragons. I do have a book somewhere.
It's called Charlotte Murphy.
Yeah, Genesis of Dragons. So it's her latest book out, and it's a prequel to her Untitled series. So she's a Black author and she writes fantasy. So I don't know how much. Oh, my cat's coming to attack me. Sorry, guys. I don't know how much you know about fantasy, or if you know anything about fantasy other than Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. But it's stereotypically.
Why are you assuming that I know about Harry Potter and Game of Thrones?
Because you're a filmmaker, so obviously you know about Harry Potter and
Did
Game
I tell you the
of Thrones.
maddest bants in the world? The maddest joke
Go on.
about me.
You ain't even seen any, innit?
I've never said publicly, yeah, and I might get shot for this. I've only watched about 10 minutes of Game of Thrones.
That's understandable.
Because I thought, yeah, I watched 10 minutes, yeah, and I was like, this acting is meaty.
Mm.
What episode? What season or what episode did you watch?
It was meant to be one of the lit episodes. This is what everyone spoke about it so much. It's like the new Beyonce. It's like listening to the new Beyonce record. You don't have to try. You feel like you know everything that happens in it anyway. But outside of that, so then one day, my missus obviously was watching it all in the background. And one day, like she's watching it. And I'm like, let me watch this thing. And it's the episode, yeah, where Cersei, it's deep. I know their names. I don't even watch this program. This is how like influential this program is. Yeah. Cersei kills her brethren, a little light-skinned brethren. Who's my brethren in real life, actually. That's
Cersei,
Okay.
you know.
And then they're on top
Is
of
that
the
the name?
tower and she doppies her brethren.
Yeah, that's early on. That's early.
Is it?
That's early. That's early.
Okay. But anyway.
But Game of Thrones takes ages to get into, admittedly. I think if you're not...
No. I think
it
once
does.
you get to the first episode of the first season, because remember at the end of the first episode of season 1, what happens at the end is like, did I really just see that? Then that's it. You're done. You're done.
No, I watched 3 episodes and I dropped off. I swear down, I watched 3 episodes and I dropped off. I was like, no, this ain't working for me either.
This is like,
unfortunately, I know everyone's gonna choose me as well.
Someone said to me, yes, a lit show. The thing is, that show, yeah. Also, maybe I didn't watch it because I was hating. It's got bare my brothers in it. Bare
UK actors in it.
They were eating. They were enjoying. It propelled them to the bro. Bare my brothers got their American break in Game of Thrones. Bare people I know, right? And I remember, imagine this. I remember, yeah, Alfie Allen's in it in the first season, right? And I remember I bumped into his sister. This is how deep it was. This is how long ago it was, yeah. On road, and she was like, I was like, how's Alfie? And she was like, oh, he's doing really well, blah, blah, blah. Just got this HBO show. She was hyping it. It's going to be massive, blah, blah, blah. And she was describing it. I thought it was going to be meaty. I see him another time. He's like, yeah, I just came back from shooting this show. I thought it was any meaty thing. And then Netflix, the biggest thing in the world.
Mother.
I mean, the books were big before the TV show was big.
Yeah, there was a point where you could read the book, and the book was ahead of the TV show, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then they kind of ruined it with whatever happened at the end of of the series.
Oh, wait, you're really on screen like some James Bond criminal.
You know, if I don't do that, he's gonna be like clawing at my legs and my chair, and I'm tired of like having holes in my leggings.
Dr. Evil thing.
Okay, right. So let's get back to you. So
right.
What Femi was saying, so can pay you a monthly subscription for what now?
So I'm paying £35 for one book.
No, so you don't just get the book. So you get the book and goodies surrounding the book. So you get a customized bookmark, a customized glass, you get the character cards, you get so with this particular book, you get a dragon incense burner. And this is my little geeky thing. When you put the incense in the head, the smoke comes out the nose. So it's like it's actually breathing fire. So it's quite cool.
I like that.
Gunshot.
It's quite cool. You also get a map of the world. So if you're a fantasy person and you read a lot of fantasy books, one of the best bits of picking up a fantasy book is the world map in the book, because you can follow the characters' journeys around where they're going. So you get an actual physical copy of the map as well. And every month you get different things within the box that basically complement the book. But the caveat to my book box, which is different from a lot of the other fantasy book books that are out there, is basically it's all Black and Asian authors. So typically we're not that represented in fantasy. You've watched, I mean, in Harry Potter there was like a handful of people. You've got Merlin, you've got so many kind of big fantasy things out there that you just would get like a handful of Black people. But in the past like 3 to 5 years, we've had a massive increase in more Black people writing fantasy books, Black and Asian people, but I say Black because I'm Black, and that's where I kind of fell down the rabbit hole of looking for things. So you've got things like Daughters of Neri, which is based around like Igbo mythology. You've got Witches Steeped in Gold, which is based on Jamaican mythology. Skin of the Sea, which is also based on, I think, Yoruba Orisha mythology, but based around like Mami Water and those kind of things. So it's different. It's basically our folklore, which we never really have been told, but being told in fantasy. And why I've gone with Charlotte Murphy first is because she's Black British, and two, it's not the typical Afrocentric fantasy that you would normally get. And I think, you know, when we think about fantasy, or in the recent years or recent months, when you think about fantasy writers who are Black, you tend to think everything has to be extremely Afrocentric, and it doesn't. It's just fantasy. It's just, you know, witches, wizards, dragons, mermaids, everything you can imagine, just written by us, basically.
I didn't really think Black people were into them kind of thing. You know
what? Everyone says that, and to an extent, you are right. But there's a huge following of Black people that love, like how you get Black girl gamers and that kind of stuff. There are Black people that are into it, but because, and I think the reason why Black people tend to shy away from fantasy is because we don't see ourselves in it.
Yeah, maybe. But now, saying that, Black man like kung fu film. Black man like kung fu film, and they like cowboy Indian films. Surprisingly enough, we kind of went that direction.
We just watched How Did They Fall? There was Black cowboys. You understand?
Yeah, for real. But my dad used to watch all those old school cowboy Indian films back in the day. He loves a John Wayne, and you know what I'm saying, and he loved all of them, and Bruce Lee. But this mythological, what do you call it? Miss who? This thing is a.
Do you know what it is? It's because we've been indoctrinated by Christianity, where everyone's like, "Oh no, you have to stay away from like magic." And you know, these were our folklores. I'm like, why can we learn about King Arthur and we can't learn about Orishas?
You're stroking your cat and you're talking about Christianity. Mama have to come off the chat still. Mama have to come off the chat still.
He's a Christian cat. Don't worry, we've baptized him and everything. He's a Christian cat.
Fam, he said he's a Christian cat, man. I don't know about Christian cats still.
He's a Christian cat. But no, like on a real, like, you know, I think you just need to find the fantasy book that is right for you. I think fantasy is for everyone. I think a lot of the time we do think, oh, it's for children, but they're not always for children. So this book that I've launched with, Genesis of Dragons, I would say that's a new adult book. because there are some sex scenes in there that, you know, it's very adult content as well as, you know, fantasy. So I would say give it a go. I know you're all looking at me like, oh my God, what is she going on about? But, you know, it is like, I mean, it's hard to explain, but it's amazing now that we have our own fantasy books and we have our own fantasy worlds. I mean, Tracy Dunn's Legendborn, it was based around her story is based around King Arthur. And the plot twist, and I'm sorry to anybody that hasn't read it and who is planning to read it, was that the main character, Bree, was a descendant of King Arthur. So she went into like the school, the boarding school, and she was the only black girl in the environment. So like how you would go into your office and you'd be the only black person, and they were all looking down on her, thinking she was the help. And oh, you know, when King Arthur comes, it was almost like, oh, sorry for me to go for another Christianity reference, but it's because I'm a Christian, so all I know is Christianity references. It was almost like, you know, the second coming of Christ. So it was like, oh, when they come back, you know, this is going to happen. And when the so-called rapture happened, and Arthur came back, he claimed a black girl, you know, and that was big because that never happens. If you read like J.K. Rowling or Tomlinson book, that would never happen in one of those books, and we're now getting those in our own stories written by our own authors. So I just think it's amazing, and my business is to basically shine a light on those authors and also just give them that platform and help create their following, because I think we are here. Unfortunately, there's a lot more people in America, because obviously America's a lot bigger than the UK, and we only make up like 2 to 3% of the population. But we are here and we are supporting. So yeah, if you like fantasy, you know anyone that likes fantasy, you know, send them my way.
You know what? I actually think what you're doing is lit. I think it's fantastic that you're packaging these books. I think it's incredible. Man's not sure about the stories and them thing there, but you know what? If you read a good one, man might option it still.
I think you would love it. I think you know what? I've got books that I can recommend to you that I think you would love.
Yeah, man, send me a list and hit me up on the ground.
Yeah. Send us a list.
Like I think Damon and Lee would love Witches Steeped in Gold, because that's Jamaican mythology. You lot would love
Jamaican
that one.
thing, yeah.
That's their judge. That's the
Don't get twisted. I used to be into this fantasy thing, and I used to watch The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and everything, the BFG and that.
BFG, yeah, right. That still.
The BFG was cold. The BFG was cold. I'm not gonna lie.
So in this book, the Witches Dipped in Gold, what that couple bashment raves and everything there, what they.
I mean, there's not a bashment rave in it, no, unfortunately not. But you learn a lot more about, I guess, the Jamaican mythology, the folklore around it, without giving too much away, because it is a very new book, and she is also Black British, Shannon Sharp. So definitely check it out.
All right, thank you. That's been insightful, and it's definitely an area that I would didn't even know about. You know what I mean? So I'm rating that, and I'm actually liking what you're doing. You know, with all of the extra products, with the little dragon diffuser thing, incense burner type. It's a good thing, because when you're reading them mythological books, you can just use the dragon burner to just burn away all the evilness. So yeah, that can work. We can work with
evilness, you know.
Yeah,
my fancy in it. Smoke it.
Yeah. No, Ayo, thank you very much for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Good luck, and we will definitely.
What's your Instagram? How do people find out about it? What do they do? Where do they go on to?
So basically, I'm just the Nubian Dragon Chest. Okay,
all right.
Because I am the Nubian Dragon. So if you see my logo, she's got my locks. My locks are a bit down today, but they're normally up in a bun, and she's got her dragon wings on her. So it's the Nubian Dragon Chest. You can find me on www.nubiandragonchest.com, or you can follow me on Instagram. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, big up, man.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Coming on, like this is real interesting, man. Thank you. And I will be reading some of the books, even though man are Christian out here and man wants to make that clear. And
Can I tell you a funny story actually before I go?
Go on.
I bet it's
So
not funny. I bet it's
It
not
is.
funny.
It is.
now you said it's funny. You're under pressure now. Go for
I
it.
went to boarding school in Nigeria, and I've always been into my witchery and whatever.
Are you
So
from Nigeria?
Yeah.
Okay, some people are not.
Kedu.
What? I'm watered down. I don't know what that means.
Not everyone is Igbo, bro. You can't say
Are
that.
you Igbo?
No,
Are you Igbo?
Yoruba, bro.
Wait,
Are you Yoruba?
it was just the way Lee was like, you do? And she was like, what? I was like, what? What's wrong with you?
A kilo share.
Yeah.
I know my thing, man. I know
A
my
for
thing.
effort, Lee. A for
Thank you.
effort.
Thank you. I'm trying, innit? I'm trying. Go on anyway, sorry.
So yeah, I went to boarding school in Nigeria. At 11 years old, I got shipped off to Nigeria for boarding school, and I took some books with me because obviously I'd been reading then, and I was reading into my books, and I started reading The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I don't know if you guys. It was a really bad film with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And someone snitched on me and said I was basically doing magic. So I was in the Christian school, so they seized my book. And they called my grandma, they tried to expel me, and they were like, oh, she's reading the book on how to become a sorcerer's apprentice. And my grandma was like, did anybody read the book or find out what was happening? Because I got flogged, detention, and they seized my books.
You got beaten?
Yeah, I got flogged. I got flogged and grateful.
I like how you're using the word flogged as opposed to beaten.
Because it wasn't a beating, it was, you have the cane and then you held up your hand and it's a flogging. It's not really there's a difference. I feel like there's a difference.
Okay.
But yeah, so my books got seized. And after that, I had to learn how to find books that didn't have the word sorcerer and witchcraft on them so that I could take them to school without them being seized, basically.
Which is pretty easy, right? Because not many books are going to have sorcerer or thing in it, are they? I don't think I've ever read a book that said that.
It depends with fantasy. I mean, I've read a book called The Demon King before, and it's nothing to do with a demon or a king. So it depends on how you want to look at it. But subscribe to the Nubian Dragon Chest because all the books are amazing.
Even just the way you're talking about your books, like they seized my books. You're talking about your books like it's a motor vehicle. Like they just what? Okay.
They took them. It was a very distressing moment for 11-year-old me.
Yeah, go on. That's actually mad. That's mad. Well, glad you stuck with it, and look at you now thriving. So well done.
Thank you.
Ayo Killer.
Yes, that is my real surname. Before you ask,
this is getting worse.
Everything about you is just a bit mad, you know. Everything about you is just a bit mad.
This is getting worse. Your surname's Killer.
Yes.
From where?
I was meant to change it before I came on the Zoom to something.
From where?
From Nigeria.
What part of Nigeria?
We're from Lagos. Oh God.
What does it mean?
I don't know. No one knows.
What? Nobody knows?
No one knows.
You're online here stroking a black cat, which is going to be evil.
They're not evil.
Talking about fantasy.
It's a wrong misconceptions about black cats. They're not evil.
All right. Listen, Lee and Femi. Yeah, this lady was brought to my attention by our dear friend Lala. So we need to get at her because you know this is Lala's people. Yeah, this is Lala's people.
Ayo Killer, you know, that is the best. You know, rappers make up their name, but you just got the straight rap name already on lock.
Yeah.
The name just sounds so gangster.
Wow.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you very much once again for blessing us. Good luck in everything that you're doing, and yeah, we will take a look and see what goes on.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
Yeah,
thank you for coming on. We really appreciate you. I've not been quiet because I'm scared of you. I've been quiet because something's just distracted me. Love you long time.
Yeah. What distracted Femi was the Bible. Man drew for that quickly.
Yeah, man put his hand on the Bible, boy.
I was like,
I was waiting for oil or boil and a dead man's toe. I was waiting for one of them magical spells to get spitting out there, boy. Ready for man. Let me know anyway, Carl. Said you can help me with insomnia. Can you imagine what the insomnia remedies are going to be? I don't even want to know, man. I don't even want to know, boy. They're going to be mad. Absolutely, man. Say no more. No, big up everybody, man. Make sure they
People
comment
do
and
like
check her
fantasy
out.
though. Yeah,
Yeah,
people
man.
do
Check
like
it out.
fantasy. It's really popular.
Yeah, go on.
Like,
Thank you very much, Ayo. What are we saying? Are we done? What's going on? Is there
We're
anything
done.
else to talk about?
There's other stuff I want to talk about, but I want to go to bed now.
Just run it quickly. 5 minutes. Last 5 minutes. Be quick. You took up 45 minutes at the beginning. Run the things, Femi.
Chatting crap about my life story.
Run the things, Femi.
I wanted to talk about I had one more thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh, I wanted to talk about the Range Rover mum selling her own merch.
Oh yeah. For real though, that's mad, isn't it? People are on this thing now, isn't it? Anything to
You know what? I'm so
run
glad
from.
because me and Femi have had conversations about this woman in the barbershop. Yeah. You see, when she first landed, and I spoke out in the barbershop, and I said, "There's something off about this woman. She had far too much energy on the school run. Like you're jumping out of your car talking about move out the way. I got to take my child to school. Your child's a big youth. You think he cares about going to school? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Like I just thought, nah, your energy was a bit too mad. And bare people was getting at me like, you don't know what she's doing during the day. This. I said, okay. I said, all right. I said, this don't sit right though. And now look, listen? She's selling her own
T-shirts
merch.
and that.
And what's
Why
her
not,
merch?
man?
What did it say? Range Rover mum on it or something like
It's
that.
RRM.
Well, she's hype. She's proper hype as well, isn't it? Range Rover mum, you know. Oh my days.
She's got a classic pullover hoodie, crop hoodie, classic. She's got a black mug. She's got leggings. She's got kids pullover.
She's shot in leggings. She's shot in the outfit that she's gonna run the person
Yeah.
down. Oh my
She's got indoor
days.
pillow. She's got a pillow.
Wow, this is mad.
She's got some pits, and basically anything that she can print RRM on is what she's selling.
And she's got a hoodie, yeah, with a bum turned towards the camera to show her butt. So on the hoodie, you get a picture of her on a Range Rover with with her overlooking her shoulder and her bum towards the camera.
I mean, what is there to say? What, she's an opportunist? What are we saying?
Why not, man? In this day and age, why not, innit? Anything's possible. My man set up a world, the meta world, that you can go and buy Balenciagas for real P and Nike for real P. So, and nothing shocks me no more, man.
But
Yeah.
imagine, yeah, man are setting up a world that's basically internet. They basically turn adults into kids.
Yeah.
They basically got you, yeah, buying skins like Roblox.
Yeah.
Like you're my kids.
Yeah.
What's that thing that kids play? Minecraft.
No, and they play Roblox.
Where
Roblox
it's
and
out here
Minecraft.
building. Because I heard that you can buy land or something on this metaverse.
No,
thing as well.
not Minecraft. You're talking about Fortnite when they want to buy, like they ask for V-Bucks. My god, kids, they say, yeah, can I get £10 for V-Bucks? I'm like,
it's
for what?
Roblox, bro. Roblox.
V-Bucks, isn't it?
Or maybe
V-Bucks. I'm talking about V-Bucks. I'm talking about V-Bucks on Fortnite.
So on
Where they can
this
buy
other
like
thing,
trainers and tops and whatever. Go on.
my kids have got this thing that's like that called Roblox as well. And I'm like, they've just
Okay.
turned adults into kids. Man are paying real money, yeah, to buy digital Nikes that you can never wear.
Do you know the funny thing is? We're ripping it now. In 5 years' time, we'll be sitting down in our avatars with the headset on, talking, doing cut the chat around the show, around the table.
There'll be a cartoon.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Our avatars will be sitting in a circle, and that will be on TV. I'm telling you, this is where it's going, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. I heard, what's his name? Post Malone bought a monkey or something in some fake world or something. And he spent big money on it as well. Have you seen this?
No, I'm dead.
Oh my God.
But you know
I'm
what?
not doing it.
I think if we all just turn around and say no, if we all just said no, no, you hit no, and just kill the energy, just kill it dead, done. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't think it's that simple.
Of course, it's not that simple, but it could be as simple as you want it to be. Like, it can be as simple as you want it to be, fam. Yeah,
it's the way it's going, though, isn't it? They think it's the way it's going. You can't stop it.
But it's just not my reality. There's certain things that are just not my reality, and they're never going to be my reality. There's certain things that I don't care about. Like he's funny, yeah. Like I like.
Woman's so intense. Like, why are you being intense?
No, bro, it is what it is. Like like I love what Chief was doing. What Chief has got planned for the rest of the year and next year, it's amazing. I find it absolutely amazing. I love what he's doing. He's one of my closest brethren. I got all the time in the world for him. I just couldn't care less about jewelry. Couldn't care less about it. You man see me, I don't wear jewelry. I've never worn it. Couldn't care less about it. Just not my thing.
It was a problem.
No, it's not my. It's like the thing is, the conversation that I find it intriguing. I find what he does intriguing, like how he makes certain jewelry, and like he gave me one of them binnacle things to look at at some mad diamond. He had this diamond that cost stupid money, dumb money, and I'm looking at it through the binnacle, and he's telling me what to look out for, and this and that, and how the light refract. And I said, okay, I get it, and I understand it, and I appreciate it. I just don't care. Like, don't get me wrong, the stuff that he makes, yeah, for how his stuff pops. I haven't seen jewelry pop like his jewelry. His jewelry is on the next level, and I can appreciate it. Like his jewelry is on a shutdown thing. But do I care about it? Nah. And you know, you have them thoughts like, if man won the lottery, would I? Probably not. Like, it's just, you know, just not my thing. Not my thing, fam.
Okay. Fair enough.
But I get it. I can appreciate it, and I can love it, and you get me. And I can want the best for these people. Absolutely, 100%. Like Ayo Killer. Fantasy is not my thing, but I love what she's doing. I think what she's doing is amazing. So yeah, big up to her and everybody else that's on their thing. You get me?
Can we go to bed now?
Absolutely. I've got to go finish my chicken wings.
This late at night, yeah.
It's mad. Well, Win always says, you know when people are like, don't eat after a certain time of night, yeah. And Win's like, so what happened if you went abroad and there's a time zone difference?
Tell them again.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Tell them again. Tell them again. Tell them again.
Like, people get at me all the time at work, but let me not get. I'm gonna say this one. People get at me all the time. There's times I'm eating curry goat and rice at like 10 o'clock in the morning. People are like, what? How are you eating that for breakfast? I'm like, I've been up since like 4:30 in the morning.
You know, it is best, Damon, to eat that type of food in the morning.
At the beginning of the day. And then it just releases. Come on. See, we're just killing them with knowledge.
Killing them with knowledge. I've got a stew lamb and potatoes to eat right now. I'm just waiting for you to come off. I'm about to box that now.
And then you're moaning about insomnia. Go eat a salad and some fruit.
I'm ready, babe. Heat up that food, man. I'll soon come.
Load up the food.
All right, man. Them. It's been good.
All right, little more.
As usual.
It's been a pleasure.
Kaya, lock off the thing, fam. Ace, hopefully we see you next week because we know you.
People asking how Ace is. Do you want to give an update? I spoke to him today. Ace said he's good. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what's funny? I bumped into him the other day.
What, on road?
Yeah.
You bumped into him. I thought he was on lockdown.
Yeah, but he remember he has to go to hospital 3 times a week still.
Oh, was it? I thought he was done with that.
He has to get the kidney checked.
I was seeing. I thought it was done.
No, like even after he's allowed out of lockdown, he still has to go to hospital. Like, bro, there's a foreign organ inside you. You got to make sure it gets checked every day.
Okay.
So just randomly bumped into him, and she's like, "Right, what on?" He was fully masked up. You see how like Kanye West walks around. Yeah,
that's how he's flexing.
If I didn't know it was his car, I wouldn't have known it was him. Like, fully masked up, not a piece of skin on show, and like just pulled up like on the road, and he's like, yeah, had a few minor issues, nothing crazy, but he's looking well, you know, still shredding weight, but yeah, he's out here. He's
gone back to normal, man. I was sending him daily videos from the taxi, and then and he was responding or whatever, and then all of a sudden I said it in free, and I didn't get one response. So I said, "Fuck you, then. You don't want no love." I was proper sending him video, you know, proper 2-minute videos of how are you, whatever. He would just look at them and then just not even respond now. I was like, all right, you're back to normal now. And he knows what I'm talking about. He's probably watching this now thinking, yeah, busting up. He knows.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, AC still send him love, still bombard him with love and all of that on the gram. Yeah, he's about. So hopefully we'll see him next week for a few minutes or whatever. And yeah. Also, shout out to have I forgotten her name? The one who saved his life. Lee, what's her name?
Naomi.
Excuse
How's she
me.
doing?
I apologize. From the last
she's
thing
doing all right, you know.
Last thing I heard, she was all right. She's doing all right. It's still mad. It's still a mad thing to get your head around. Still mad. But yeah. Big up Naomi. We have to put like a little something together and send her a gift box. Yeah, I mean,
I'm ready when you lot are, man.
We're gonna have to put something together from Cut the Chat. I say we all put an item in there. Lee put in one of your little silly hats. Femi put in a copy of one of your films. I'll put in a pair of scissors or something. I don't know. We'll make her a little goodie box or something and send it to her.
Why does she want to watch one of the Man Them's film? Like, why doesn't she want to watch? I don't know. Let me not. It's not time. I don't have time to follow this line of.
Remember, she's not allowed out as well, you know.
No. What? So she's on lockdown as well.
Yeah, she's on lockdown as well. Yeah.
Lying.
Yeah. And her recovery wasn't as great as Ace's, you know. I was speaking to her and she was like, she's a bit under pressure, innit? Her recovery is a bit more slower. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you've got to take that into consideration as well.
Sorry guys, to be basic, she has to be on lockdown for as long as Ace.
Yeah. No one ain't seen her.
I'm not sure, but
I was told the same amount of time, so no one ain't seeing her till next year or end of this year.
There you go.
Right at the end of this year.
No, that's a true sacrifice still.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mad. So yeah, Naomi, big up.
Big up to both of them, man. Bless up everyone, man.
Yeah.
One.
Kaya,